Hello, 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 hello. How are you? How are you? How are you? It's been a long time, but I'm back. It's your girl Aquila coming straight at you from Diva-Villege. My mind, my thoughts. Tonight's show is sponsored by democastore.com. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you that was going into the store and making purchases. I really appreciate you guys going into the store. Um, so we can get started. First, I just want to say, it's been a long time, but even with this long time, I've been working in the store. I've been thinking about you guys, but I also been looking around to see all the craziness that's been going on in this world. So I'm not gonna continue, but I'm gonna tell you guys what my topic is tonight, and my topic is da da da. Never dim your light for anyone. Okay. The reason why I'm saying this is to never dim your light for anyone is because you mess up yourself by trying to do things right for somebody else. Okay? You want to go out there, you want to do stuff, you want to make a difference in this world, but you get so caught up and so wrapped up in what other people are thinking or what other people are saying that it hinders your growth. It makes things really, really bad for you because now you can't do what you want to do because you are so busy worried about somebody else. So, what I'm going to do, as usual, I always have a couple of items that I always want to talk about to just to bring my topic out. Okay. So my first thing that I'm going to say, and yeah, I have it written down. Um, Dimming your light to make somebody else comfortable only hinders your growth. So now you say to yourself, well, what do you mean by that? What I mean by that is this: whenever you stop what you're doing to make, hey, Ann, glad you made it. Whenever you stop what you need to do to make somebody else happy, it pushes you further, further, further away from your goal. It's like if you want to build a house and you go and you tell this person, I want to build this house. And when you're telling them, they're telling you reasons why you can't build this house. So instead of you trusting yourself, believing in what you're saying, you're listening to that other person. Hey, Madeline, how are you? Happy New Year to you also, sis. You're listening to that person. Let me put my glasses on so I don't miss nothing. Hey, Denise, how are you, honey? You're listening to that other person. And when you're listening to that other person, you are missing out on the most important person, which is yourself. People have a tendency to look for approval from other people. But let me tell you this right here. When people try to put you down or people try to stop you, hey, Quanda, people try to stop you from what you're doing, it's not because of you, it's because of them. Listen to what I said. It's not because of you, it's because of them. Because what it is, they see something in you that they don't see in themselves. And because they don't see this in themselves, they have to bring you down. They have to bring you. Thank you, Denise. They have to bring you to where they're at. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to come up to where you're at. They don't want to grow. They don't want to benefit or make something out of themselves. Instead, they want to bring you down to a level to make you feel bad about yourself, and then you're gonna stop. It's not about you. Trust me. It's about them because they see you moving, they see you shaking, they see you doing things that they should be doing that they're not doing themselves. So now they're gonna bring you down to make you not want to be the person that you want to be. Um, you start to fear rejection. When I say you fear rejection, is when you get ready to do stuff, you don't want to tell anybody. And the reason you don't want to tell anybody is because you don't have that confidence in yourself. Hey, Christopher, how are you? Thank you for showing love from South Carolina. These is my people. Um, people make get they get in your head, okay? When they get in your head, they make you start thinking bad about yourself. You know what I'm saying? So now when you get ready to do stuff, you're not gonna tell anybody what you're doing because you're so afraid that if you fail, you're so afraid that if you fail, what they're gonna say about you, what they're gonna think about you if you fail. You don't even put it in your head that, okay, if I become successful, how do I look? What are they gonna think about me being successful? You don't do that. You're so busy worrying about the negative side and what somebody else is saying about you or what you should be doing or what you should not be doing that you can't even focus and get yourself where you need to be. I'm telling you, it's not about you. It's about them because whatever you step out of that little realm or that little box where everybody thinks that you should be, it's a problem. That's what they don't want you to do. And it comes back to one of my other things is stepping outside of the box. People feel that we all grew up together. We all grew up in the same neighborhood. We all went to school together. We all hung out together. So they get in their head, we don't have to grow. We all stay in that same place. You can't stay in that same place just to pacify someone else. Hey, Candy, how are you? You can't stay in that same place just to pacify somebody else. If you want to get ahead, you're going to have to sometimes leave those people behind. As they say, drop that baggage. You're going to have to travel solo in order for you to get where you need to get. And again, it's not even about you. It's not about you. It's about them. It's about people not wanting to get up and do on their own because they're afraid. And because they are afraid of making moves, they feel the same way about you. If I'm not doing this, you shouldn't do this either. You stop creating goals. You stop wanting to do things that the other people don't want to do. And the reason why you stop is because of someone else, not because of you. Um, Hold on, let me put this up here, y'all. This is my cousin Candy. She said, "Hey, cuz, I feel that you shouldn't tell anyone your vision until it's accomplished." Well, that may be true. That may be true. But you know what I say? My mind, my thoughts. So with me, whatever I do, if I feel that I want to share, I'm going to share. Now, how you react to what I'm sharing with you, that's going to be on you. I can only control myself. I can't control you. And again, sharing, I mean, not sharing, but holding back, it's the same thing as dimming your light for somebody else. Me, I believe in celebrating everything. Every step that I make, I'll celebrate. Big and small, I'll celebrate. I'll give you an example. When my husband and I first started working in DeMarcus store, one of the items that I wanted to do was the afro. And it says, my mind, my thought, black woman, black afro, well, whatever color her hair was. At any rate, this is what I wanted to do. So many people said to me, don't do that. And I told everybody I was going to do it. And so many people said to me, don't do it. And they said, don't do it because it's going to limit you. It's going to box you in. It's going to look like you're only selling to black people. You don't want to sell to anybody else. Well, guess what? People gave me their negative comments about it. And I said, okay, but you know what? I still did it. And you know what? That's one of my biggest sellers in the store. People actually like the afro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to say whatever you're doing, don't tell people. But if you do tell them, you got to know this right here. When you start telling people, ever how they respond, you got to be strong enough. You got to have thick, thick skin. So if they come back with something negative, you got to continue on with your dream. You got to continue on your grind. I have one of my items from my store right here. And it says, the dream is free. The hustle is sold separately. Which means anybody can sit there and dream. Anybody can sit there and want to do something. But the hustle is sold separate, meaning you got to get out there. You got to make moves on your own. You can't rely on someone else to make your dream come true for you. Why? Because the dream that's for you may not be, what not may not be, is not for that other person. Understand what I'm saying? So you can tell people all you want to, but you still have to go out there and make it happen. When you sit there and you depend on other people's approval, what happens is you sort of lose yourself. You know what I'm saying? You lose who you are because now you are so concerned with what somebody thinks about you, somebody's opinion of you. Now you don't even know who you are anymore. Now you don't even know whether you want to get up and go build a house or you want to go outside and start skipping rope. You don't know. And why don't you know? Because you're listening to what somebody else is saying. You're letting someone else dim your light. Instead of you out there shining, instead of you out there doing what you need to do, instead of you out there building things like you do, you're falling apart. Hey, Britt, I love you, honey. Thanks. This was your idea for this one right here. If you guys notice, this right here I have on, it says entrepreneur. You probably see it better if I stay in back. And that's because I'm making moves on my own, regardless of what people think. I got to do it on my own. Stop letting people tell you what you can't do. How do you know you can't do it? How do they know that you can't do it? But you giving them that satisfaction of stopping because you don't want nobody to see it if you fail. You don't want nobody to see if there's rejection. Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter how many times you fall or how many times you fail. It's how many times you get up and how many times you react to it. Or should I say, how you react to it. You don't have to worry about what other people think because nobody is going to think for you or care for you the way that you think and care for yourself. Sometimes you have to get rid of some of your old friends. Sometimes you have to just move solo, but you have to go out there and you have to do it. And don't think that people are not watching you. Don't think that they not watching you. They may tell you, oh no, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. But as you making them steps to move forward, don't think they're not watching you because I can guarantee you they're watching you. Every step that you make, they're watching you. And when you become successful, you can rest assured that's going to be the last person to congratulate you. Why? Because they told you that you couldn't do it. They told you, you know what? I wouldn't do that if I was you. You want to paint your house blue. I wouldn't paint it blue. I'll paint it red. But why should I paint it red when blue is the color that I like? You got to think about all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's not about you. It's about that person. That person wants you to dim your light because, hey, Paulette, what's up, cuz? They see something in you that they don't see in themselves. And you know what? And they know as long as, we friends, we hang out, we cool, and you moving up like this and they're staying stagnant like this, you know what that means? It shows that they ain't doing nothing. They ain't going nowhere and they ain't making no move. So you know what? The higher you climb, the more they are exposed. So because they're being exposed for doing absolutely nothing, they're going to come back to you to make you believe that you shouldn't be doing this. They're going to make you feel bad about what you're doing. It's just like, say they want to go to a club, but you know you can't go to the club because you're trying to start a business. In this business that you're trying to start, you need to be in your house. You need to be working on your merchandising. You need to be working on your numbers, your products, whatever it takes, your promotion. This is what you need to be doing. But this person is going to tell you when you tell them, nah, 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 I can't hang out with you because I got to do this. Hey, H, how are you? They're going to say, oh, you think you all that. Oh, you better than everybody else because you can't come hang out. No, it's not even about that. But that person is trying to make you feel guilty, make you say, you know what? I'll do this later. And I'm going to go hang out with you. But guess what? Later never comes. Understand what I'm saying? Don't let them dim your light. Don't make them force you to dim your light because you have to go ahead and make those moves for yourself because if you don't, nobody will. But I can tell you this right here. If you go out there and you do it and say you fail, that person is going to tell you, oh, I knew you wasn't going to make it. I knew you was going to fail anyway. But you know what? To prove that person wrong, you tell them, okay, but then you start all over. And how do you start all over? You build from where you left off at. Okay. So you made a couple of mistakes. You sit back, you fine tune it, you get it together, and you start all over. But you don't let them dim your life. Come on. Think about the man who invented the light bulb. People were probably telling him, man, you can't make no light bulb. He didn't make that light bulb. We was sitting in the dark. Think about it. It's crazy itself. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? People are so quick to tell you what you can't do. And then you have a problem with listening to people so much that you forget what you are capable of doing. The mind is a beautiful thing. And the greatest gift that we have is a gift of choice. And I say that to say, you are capable of doing so much. But the thing is, you get caught up in listening to other people that you stop before you reach your full potential. You know what I'm saying? And this is what they want you to do. They want you to stop. They want you to fall back. They want you not to succeed. So they can say, I told you so. You should have came and went to the club with me instead of sitting here doing this right here. Baby, don't even do it. Don't let them dim your light for no reason whatsoever. Instead of you coming down to their level, force them to come up to your level. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. To me, it makes me sick to my stomach when there is something that I want to do and people is telling me why I can't do it. They never tell me why I can do it or give me ways or suggestions of how I can do it, but they're quick to tell me why I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So because you didn't do it, I shouldn't do it, or I can't succeed, or I can't do it. Why? Because of you? Come on, come on, come on. And if you a person like me, a person that believes in yourself, a person that knows what you can do, it should make you sick to the stomach too, enough to say, you know what? Let me get rid of all this excess baggage. Because if these person don't believe in you, what do you need to be around them for? And then the funny thing about it is when you are struggling and trying to get it together, nobody wants to be there because they're trying to find ways to make you stop. But I guarantee you, once you succeed and you do what needs to be done, you see how close that person runs back up to where you're at. And then this person may try to be your biggest supporter, or this person may continue to be your biggest hater. Either way you look at it, nobody wants you to do better than what they're doing. Nobody wants you to step outside of the box and be successful. Nobody wants you to do that. Everybody wants you to stay like this right here. You can't stay like this because the world goes around like this right here. The world evolves. And as the world goes around, so do you. Think about how much life has changed since COVID. I won't even go back years and years. I just go back as far as 2019 to COVID. Think about how much life has changed. Think about how many people started their own businesses and stuff due to COVID because a lot of people were laid off. A lot of people didn't have jobs. Jobs and stuff closed down. Think about how many people started their own business. Think about it. If none of this happened, nobody would have been doing it. I would say for myself, I used to go to the hairdresser every week, but I found out through COVID, I can do my own hair. I found out through COVID, I don't need no perm. I could just comb, grease, wash, and do my own hair. But people would tell me, oh, you know what? You shouldn't wear your hair like that. You shouldn't do this. I even had somebody say to me, you know what? I feel like braiding down your hair. So now what I'm supposed to do, my feelings are supposed to be hurt. And I'm supposed to run to the beauty salon and get my hair perm and my hair straight, but it's not going to happen. Why? Again, you see something in me that you don't see in yourself. But you got to have tough skin. You got to stop letting people dictate how you're supposed to feel about yourself. Stop doing it because nobody cares whether you're successful or whether you fail. I can guarantee you, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Only thing people care about are themselves. Whenever somebody tries to stop you from doing something, you know they don't care. Come on, why would you want to stop me? Okay, Ed, thank you. Hold on, you guys. Okay. So Susan said, it shouldn't be what anyone wants. If you want to achieve, move in silence and get it done. You can move in silence if you want to. And I don't disagree with you because my cousin Candy said the same thing. I don't disagree with you. But what I will say when I start making moves, I'm going to just do it. I may tell you, I may not tell you, but I'm going to do it because when I start making moves, you're going to see the moves that I'm making. You know what I'm saying? I heard this expression once that if you are a person in charge, you don't have to sit at the head of the table because the table would turn around to where you're at. And that's the same thing I feel about whenever I'm out there doing something. I may not have to say anything, but trust me, people know, people see, and people are watching what you're doing. But again, it's up to you how you perceive it. It's up to you if you take what they say and you let them break you down. Hey, Seth, how you doing? Let me see. You look for others for approval. Uh-oh, hold on. Bev, you right. It's your opinion. You know what I say, girl. My mind, my thought. You know what I say. So that's why I say I'm not against it or anything, but everybody have their own way of doing things. But some people prefer to keep it to themselves. Me, I believe in this right here. Action speaks louder than words. Hey, Vanessa, how are you? Action speaks louder than words. And again, when you're making these moves, people will see it. I feel like this right here, and I've always said this: if you are doing something, or if it's something that you strongly believe in, you don't have to say anything anyway, because people can see it. It's in your actions. People know, and they can see exactly what it is that you're doing. Um, Stop asking for approval. If you want to do something, do it. You need nobody's approval, none, because you know what? Nobody's gonna help you do anything. This is why you don't need their approval. If you become successful or you need something, say you need a couple of dollars or whatever to make your business grow, nobody's gonna help you. Everybody's gonna stand back and do absolutely nothing. This is why you have to just go ahead and just make your moves and do your thing. And people are gonna see you for what it is. They're going to see exactly what it is that you're doing. So you don't need anybody's approval. You just go ahead and just do it. Again, it goes back to what I was saying about my logo for my shirts. The one with the afro, I was told not to do that afro because it's going to box me in. People are going to look at me and be like, oh, this right here is only for black people. Listen, I did the afro and it's one of my biggest sellers. I could have just sat back and said, you know what? You guys was right. I'm not going to do this right. But no, I just went ahead and I did it. And it works. It works. Um, when you are looking for other people's approval, what happens is you give up on yourself before you reach your full potential. You want to build a house and you almost at the top. You're right there to put the roof on, to put them little shingle things up on the top. And then somebody come and say, you know what? The house is not straight. The house is lopsided. And then what happens? Then you stop. Before you reach that full potential, before you finish that house, you stop. And why did you stop? You stopped because somebody told you that the house is crooked. Somebody told you that's not going to work. Somebody told you that's not a good idea. But all the while in your head, it made sense. It made sense because it's what you wanted to do. That's why it made sense. Um, hey, cuz, how are you? Um, I'm coming to an end, you go. Whew, I started getting hot. Um, because people have a tendency to let people get into their head, it's over for them. Why am I saying it's over? Because now you are no longer yourself. You are somebody else. Why do I say that? You are somebody else because now your thoughts don't matter. What you want to do doesn't matter. All the things that you've worked towards doesn't matter. Why it doesn't matter? Because somebody can come up to you with one little word and they can say no, or that's not, or I don't. And your whole game plan is over. Why is it over? Because somebody else told you that you can't do it, that it shouldn't be done. Stop stop dimming your light for other people. Whatever it is that you want to do out there, you go ahead and you do it. Don't worry about what people are saying, because whether you succeed or whether you fail, the only person that you're going to have to face is yourself. You don't have to face nobody else. You don't have to prove anything to anybody else. The only person that you have to prove something to is yourself. So before you can say that it's over, try. Nothing fails but a try. You have to go out there and see if you can do it. And as my cousin Cynthia would say, what God has for you is for you. Exactly. It's already out there. From the day that you were put on this earth, what your purpose was already there. It was already known what you're supposed to be doing. So if this is what you're supposed to be doing, because you guys know I love to say living in your truth. If living in your truth is what you're supposed to do, what your purpose in life is, then why are you going to let somebody else stop you when God, the universe, has already put you here to do this right here? Come on in. Y'all hear what I said? Your purpose is already set for you in stone. So if your purpose is already set, how you going to let somebody else come around and tell you, no, you can't do that? So as I end my show tonight, I am going to say this again. Do not dim your light for anyone, because it's not about you. It's not about you. It's about them. It's about them seeing something in you that they don't see in themselves. Remember, it's not about you, and you keep striving and you keep moving forward. Why? Because I got to read from my book now, because I want to make sure I tell y'all this. You deserve to feel noticed. You deserve to feel celebrated. You deserve to stand out. Don't let other people's weakness or forced judgment of you stop you from doing what you need to do. Dreams and visions that pop up in your head are there for a reason. Trust it, because your path has already been laid out. Okay, you guys. So that's it. And I think that was a pretty good show. Considering that I haven't done one in a while, I think that was a pretty good show. And I think I got something out of that also. But now that I come to the end, you guys know what I always got to say. I need you guys to go and follow me on YouTube, follow me on Facebook. I'm everywhere. Follow me. Leave comments, good, bad, or indifferent. Please leave comments. That's the only way that I'm going to grow. If you guys, I can take constructive criticism. So that's the only way that I'm going to grow. Every Sunday night, I'm back here for what? 8 episodes. This is the first one. I'm back here for another 7. So if you guys, anything that you guys want to talk about, anything that you guys want to hear, just let me know. I'm more than welcome to talk about it. Anybody have something they want to come on the show and talk about, I'm more than happy to do that also. Thank you, Paulette. Other than that, only thing that I can say is thank you guys so very much for riding with me all these many years. Thank you guys. Everything that I've done, you guys have actually been there with me. You guys have seen the good times and the bad times with me with the show. I thank you guys for going into the store. The store is going really, really well. I thank you guys for going in there, making purchases. For everybody who sent me pictures and stuff, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I love you too, Britt. Um, Other than that, you guys, thank you for coming in tonight to being a part of the audience. I love each and every one of you guys. And until next week, good night. Love you all. Bye bye.